We've got good news for once.
Nuh-uh.
So we actually had a story shared with us by a viewer talking about an NFT Funko Pop replacement. And this is one of those heartfelt, very positive stories.
Although I do have to say, I don't think that this is going to be normal for Funko. I think that there might be something going on and they just have some stock available because this is very abnormal for them. Funko could be changing their ways.
Heather, tell us that very heartfelt story. Touch our hearts very hard.
So I was just reached out to the other day by a viewer like Chris had mentioned, and they have been in contact with Drop customer service since January, which in my opinion, a little too long. They received the Royalty Freddy from the Nickelodeon set where he's like slimed.
Oh yeah.
And there is some very minor box damage on that pop. It is right in the front though.
That's the damage that you absolutely hate when it's up front.
Yeah.
If it's in the back or on the bottom, you can sort of just tuck it away and not worry. But when it's on the front, you can see that.
Yeah, so honestly, it's not even the worst damage I've ever seen, and I'm just shocked that they are allowing this solution for this.
Wow, that is, well, I mean, that's a tear though.
No, it's a tear, but I'm saying like Funko always denies the boxes are part of the collectible.
Right. Oh, right. You're right. Funko does do that quite often where they're like, is the item damaged because the box doesn't count?
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, you guys know where the value is.
You often see cases like that and the box just looks like it was used as someone's punching bag.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, way worse than that at least.
Yes. So basically this person sent Drop a photo of the damage and requested an exchange. Eden replied, "Hi there, happy to help with this exchange option. To do that, it's required that the original figure that was received be returned in the original packaging. Please note you must send back the figure in its box. We are able to send one replacement out for this case and are hoping it is received in much better condition. However, we are not able to send out additional replacements for the condition due to the limited replacement items we have on hand."
Interesting. So it's a one replacement only sort of deal.
Yeah, so attached is a return label and a packing slip. The packing slip will reflect your original order but pertains only to the returning item.
Okay, well that's great. So they have a system in which they can replace an item if they have to. I was expecting you to show me a box that was like pulverized.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're willing to replace that particular box gives me a lot of high hopes for the future.
Here's another piece of the puzzle though. The email somehow got to talking about replacement boxes versus a full replacement figure.
Okay.
And my assumption is, and I didn't ask about this, I probably should have, but my assumption is they didn't want to risk another box coming and getting damaged.
You can flatten the box down and ship it, and most of the time it makes it through the mail pretty easy.
I think that they just didn't want to take that risk when they learned, oh, well, I can only get one replacement box, so maybe I'll request a box replacement. Eden replies, "Unfortunately, we do not have a timeline for when we will be receiving these boxes. However, we do have limited availability of full figure replacements to be able to make an exception and process full figure exchanges. You would be exchanging the damaged figure you have for the same figure but not damaged. Please let me know if you would like to proceed with a full figure exchange or if you would like to wait for a box replacement," and in parentheses it says when/if available. Which is weird because in the beginning, Eden is saying, unfortunately, we do not have a timeline for when we will be receiving these boxes.
Right, so the when is pretty much completely up in the air.
Yeah, well, my point is they're saying we will be receiving these, I just don't know when. But then later, when/if. Bit of a mixed signal, and I feel like either way you are taking some sort of a chance. I mean, what if they don't actually get replacement boxes?
Okay, so this person reached out. They basically asked, can they get a replacement? The answer was yes. Then they asked, can I get a replacement box? Do I have to send the entire Funko Pop and box together? To which Eden responds, well, you can send the Funko Pop now or wait for a replacement box, which is we don't know when.
Or if.
Or if. So now the replacement has arrived?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they decided to do the exchange for the full figure or if they decided to wait for the box replacement. I'm gonna follow up, and as soon as I have news on that, I will do an update on the channel to see how everything's gone. But for the box replacement, I mean, I've heard of people getting like replacement boxes and stickers like a year and a half after they requested them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with the NFT program. Funko's notoriously very late. Well, I know another person person who did get a full replacement from Funko. They had to send in the damaged item and then they received a replacement, but this was for the TMNT original set. But it's weird that this is the only instance that we've really seen it happening again since then.
Maybe they had more replacements available for this particular drop?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Or are they over-ordering a touch just to ensure they do have some on hand in the cases of damage or them being lost in the mail and stuff, which that would be a great sign. I mean, I understand that people are really weird about the limits, but Funko is ensuring that there's only X amount within the world by saying, hey, you send us a replacement. When we get it is when we process your exchange.
Well, I'm just happy to hear this all worked out.
Me too.
Well,
or
it is working out. Yeah. Hopefully they do get a replacement box because that gives all of us NFT collectors hope. Because I have noticed, especially with the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger set, that set got like extremely damaged. And I don't even know if they were replacing or not. I feel like they did some, but I did see a lot of people complaining.
Yeah, I saw a lot of heavy damage on those. You know what? I completely just whizzed past the fact that we actually got a replacement for an item that was lost in the mail.
Oh, that's right.
Remember
we did,
that?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't our actual item. It was for somebody else who was unable to get it shipped to their country due to the restrictions that Drop had on their website.
Yeah, it was an Avatar Funko Pop, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was the Grail, I think. The Grail or the Royalty.
Yeah, whatever it was. We were able to get a replacement. So, I mean, this is all good news because as NFT collectors or the NFT Funko Pop collectors, you expect the boxes to come in really good shape, which is why we have begged for them to use pop protection on these Funko Pops because they are so coveted, they are limited, and they're very valuable right out of the gate. As soon as they arrive on your doorstep, sometimes they could be worth hundreds of dollars. The Grail Avatar figure was worth like $700 as soon as it hit your hands.
People have even said, like, Funko doesn't need to include that for free. I will pay extra to get my pop shipped in a hard stack. Now, the logistics might be a little bit weird on that because they would have to see who got a hard stack and who didn't.
Right.
And they would have to take the time to put them in the hard stacks and everything. But I think it's doable, especially because it's not like there's 20,000 of the NFT sets. It's literally like smaller sets compared to the amount of a regular Funko Pop that Funko would release.
Still, it's a lot of work. You got to put them down inside the protectors. It is a lot more work, a lot more effort, so they most likely would need more money because of all the work and effort it would take. But I highly recommend that Funko does this. I would spend that money pronto because I want to make sure these Funko Pops come in safe. We have never had a problem. Knock on wood. I'm always concerned that we're going to have a horror story on our hands. It would make for great content, but I don't want it happening to us.
I don't want it happening to anybody. Don't be selfish, Chris.
I'm a piece of shit. I think we both know that.
Hey!
So on to our next topic, which are Soulmates by Tiny Ghost.
Ooh.
So Soulmates are really great. I actually have the Link 182 based off of our favorite little guy from Legend of Zelda, Link. And then there's also this Beetlejuice character as well. This one happens to be very special. It's the Chase.
Yes, and there is no indication of whether you got the chase or not on the actual box, which is a very interesting way of doing things in my opinion, because we're so used to chases having a sticker or a different something about it, right?
Yeah, to tell you that's a different variant. But this one, we figured it out by taking a blacklight flashlight and glowing it in the dark because it glows in the dark.
Yeah, and it literally looks no different from what the common looks like.
So this is the Link, obviously, from Legend of Zelda, but it's a tiny ghost. How do you know it's a tiny ghost? Well, he's got that cute little tiny ghost face. And he also has, what do you even call this? Like on a ghost? Like his little...
That's his ghost floaties.
His little ghost floaties.
Yeah.
He has a little price tag on his hat that says $64 from Hat Mart.
He's very cool.
He's got the Master Sword. He's got the shield as well. And what I like about this is that his ears are made, well, they're supposed to be cardboard.
That's amazing.
And look, even his shield is supposed to be made of cardboard as well. See it?
That's cute.
Isn't that so cool?
I love it.
I love these figures. They're so much fun, and they're really heavy. You can get them over on, I think Fugitive Toys is carrying these guys now.
So it was formerly BIM Toy, but now they're working with Fugitive. So they're just tiny ghosts now.
This guy is like considerably heavier than this. Feel this.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
No, it's like way different. This guy weighs, it feels like a couple pounds, where this guy feels like he's below a pound.
Yeah, but he's still a bit on the heavier side.
He is heavy, yeah, which I really like that about these figures. They do feel really strong, bulky. They don't feel like they're going to break or anything on you. I love these things. Oh, this is cardboard also, the sword. Isn't that cool? That's awesome. So what is this one called?
This is the Ghost with the Most, baby.
Oh, yeah. Beetlejuice. Everybody loves Beetlejuice, especially Heather. This is why I bought this figure, because Heather loves it so much. I love Beetlejuice also, but Heather is a diehard fan. He's going to look cool with all of your Beetlejuice stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But the special thing about this figure is that he glows in the dark.
Yes, and there was only a 1 of 8 chance. So
really?
That's pretty slim, but I'm shocked that we got one. This was our first Tiny Ghost Soulmates chase.
Yes, it is. And this guy, he had a chase also. It's like the shadow version where he's black and he has like red eyes. It's a really cool figure. I would love to get my hands on it at some point. For now, this guy's enough. I love this figure. He is so neat.
Yeah, he's awesome.
There he is. Look how bright he is. Isn't he awesome?
He's so freaking cool.
I don't know why I originally thought that it was not really glow in the dark. I think it was like glowing in certain spots when I originally tried to glow him, but now you can see that he fully glows. Isn't he awesome?
He is amazing.
I really love this figure a lot. So as we mentioned before, you can get these at fugitivetoys.com. I love Tiny Ghost stuff. Their old Tiny Ghosts were really great. They were all the same exact shape, but they had like different prints on them and stuff. These are like totally new molds every time.
Yeah, which is really wild to me.
This is a lot of work and it's a lot of love, and you can tell that the people behind these guys, with the person, Reese O'Brien, loves these characters. You're doing a fantastic job, Reese, and we can't wait to see what you have up your sleeve next. My favorite so far personally was the Indiana Jones one.
Yeah, that's a cool one. And I really like the chase. It was like the Golden Idol version.
Yes.
But I know like you were totally cool with just having the regular, but I like this guy.
This guy's great, yeah.
The Link one though, like I've never played Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
Oops. I've never played Legend of Zelda. I'm in love with that. It's
He's fantastic.
So cool.
Yeah, the Indiana Jones Idol. I really want that one. I'll get that someday. But what do you guys think about Tiny Ghost? And also, what do you think about this person getting a replacement box for their NFT Funko Pop?
Yeah.
That's great news. So if you have a damaged NFT Funko Pop, we highly recommend that you reach out to Drop and ask them if there's a possibility of getting a replacement box. We can't promise that it's going to work every single time, but there's no harm in trying.
Yeah, hopefully this is a change and it's not just a fluke where someone just so happens to get lucky. Like I really hope that moving forward, Drop does offer better alternatives when your items get damaged or lost. Because that $30 credit,
not good. And we want to remind you to check out mysterygrail.com on Sunday, August the 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern. They have some really awesome pulls this time. Their mega grails are the Genie, a Deadite that glows in the dark, and a Freddy Funko glow in the dark as Darth Maul. Their premium grails include a Ghost Rider and a blue chrome Yoda. They got all sorts of great stuff here, and when you buy your box, you don't only get a Funko Pop, but you also get candy and a scratch-off card that can reveal points or prizes that you can use on mysterygrail.com. So check it out, mysterygrail.com, this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. We really appreciate all of your support. You guys are amazing. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Kevin LaFranc, Giuseppe Grioli, Carlos Q, Patricia Hertok, Damian Spalma, George Shahide, Garrett aka Fast Mode 24, Michelle D, Rulies, and Chris Restivo. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock!